Hey Amber, I think we're getting lost in the sauce here. Let me give you an example and tell you what I mean when I'm talking about businesses. Because I think you're coming from the standpoint of like you said, a whole private firm. And I'm talking about home-based businesses, like side hustles that you can start at home for little to no startup expenses that you aren't already partially paying for, or you could, utilize along the way. For example, this is my Airbnb in my back room of my house. I took my Four Seasons room, a room already attached to my home. I didn't go and buy a rental property, and I decided to rent this out. It was honestly out of convenience and desperation because it was during COVID in 2019 and we had a lot of traveling nurses here come through. And so it was just born of necessity. But in that time frame, I learned that I was now able to write off this square footage in my home. And I was writing off the furniture that I had purchased for the space. I was writing off the mattress. And because the mattress was expensive, I could deduct that over several years. This was a mattress I had purchased anyways, right? But because this was now an Airbnb, this is now business use of these things, I had deductions and expenses that I could use to help offset the taxes that I still had to pay at my regular job. I was a COO of a real estate firm. And at that time, I had hefty tax bills. So it was really nice to make the $7,000 or whatever I made here, but be able to write off enough expenses that over the course of years helped protect me in other tax areas. So another thing was content creation. It doesn't cost me anything extra to do content creation. The things that cost me money are my phone, my internet, my car, traveling to and from these locations, recording the trips that I'm already taking, right? You see where I'm going now? Like, yes, if you're going to start an entire private firm with 1 million employees, you're going to, it doesn't even make sense until you get to a certain point, right? And so I'll get congratulations on your very successful business. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about somebody like selling sourdough out of their kitchen. You know what I mean? Something like that.